Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League, and let's see what team we're going to be running here with. We're going to be using the Ferrothorn paired with the Shadow Feraligatr and the Clodsire in the back. We got the Licky here to deal with. Both of us are just slowly charging up energy. We're going to fire off this Power Whip and get it into the yellow. So that's pretty good neutral damage right there. Shadow Ball does get used by the Licky. We are able to tank that as well. They are going to be able to throw another move here. It ends up being the Shadow Ball. We are able to survive it. So we are going to be able to fire off this Power Whip. Potential KO. Doesn't quite KO, but they switch out into their Clodsire and able to snipe down our Ferrothorn. So we're going to go straight into our Feraligatr and build up a ton of energy. Okay, we're going to throw this Hydro Cannon right here. Right before they get to the move, they decide to tank the move, which is fine. And now we're going to tank this move as well. Okay, and then we're just going to look for the farm down. We do get the farm down, which is fantastic. We're going to fire off this Hydro Cannon as soon as we see the opponent bring back in Licky. And then we're going to fire off our own Hydro Cannon back at this Feraligatr. We do grab a shield, which is great. And now it comes down to Feraligatr versus the Clodsire. We know that they have Hydro Cannon prep, but we're going to try to build up a ton of energy. One Stone Edge here is going to potentially get them low enough for a farm down. We're going to throw this Stone Edge as soon as we have it. Looks like we just see a CP tie right there. We need this Stone Edge to take it out, and boom, down goes the Feraligatr. So GG's for everyone. It's a really close game. They have the Feraligatr in the back, and the Licky is an interesting combination. So luckily, we did save enough shields for the Clodsire, and it was enough to take out their own Feraligatr. Okay, Hypno here to deal with is interesting. We don't know what moveset it can run, so we're just going to stay in for now. Power Whip does get used. They tank the move, interesting enough. And then they allow us to get to another Power Whip, so this is going to get a shield for sure. We're going to switch out into the Clodsire because we have no idea what they're building up to. Ends up being the Ice Punch, so we know that now they have Ice Punch. And what else? Okay, they're just going to continuously throw Ice Punch, which is fine. Maybe they have the double punch moves. We don't know. But they decided to just let it go. So we'll never know what they had the second move of. We know that we can let this go here. And then we're going to come back in with the Feraligatr. Sorry, not the Feraligatr, the Ferrothorn. And then our opponent here does come back in with the Jump Up. Some Jump Up here. It is going to be pretty decent against our Feraligatr. Let's see what moveset they're running by any chance. We are going to tank the Arrow Ace, which is fine. This is going to be another Arrow Ace here, so we're just going to let the Feraligatr go through and hope that we have enough energy to take down their backline. Another Arrow Ace gets thrown here. We're going to charge up a lot of energy. We are going to allow this second Arrow Ace go through onto the Feraligatr. We have a ton of energy to throw, so we're going to go and throw Hydro Cannon at this Dunsparce. We throw another Hydro Cannon. It does grab a shield. Now we're going to have to shield here, and then we're going to see how much damage we can do here. Oh, wow. We need a little bit extra energy, but they already add another move. So GG's for our opponent. Tough team to deal with. The Dunsparce and Jump Love, and that team right there was kind of very spammy for sure. All right, next game, let's see what we find with the Ferrothorn here versus the Feraligatr. Okay, this is favorable for us, as at least we're doing a super effective fast move. They throw a move here, and we're going to tank the Ice Beam. That's fine, we survive it. And then now we're going to threaten KO here, so this is going to grab a shield. Do they allow us to get to another move? Okay, it looks like they are going to try to force the shield here. That's fine. We're going to force out a potential second shield, or it's going to get the KO. They decided to let it go, which is good news for us. And they have the Umbreon in the back. Umbreon lurking in the back is going to be interesting. We're going to switch out immediately into our Clodsire. Build up a good amount of energy. We're going to throw this Earthquake. They do tank it, but you can see how tanky Umbreon is. That Earthquake only probably did like 20%. We're going to build up a ton of energy again, throw another Earthquake. They are probably going to tank this as well. Okay, they finally switch out into the Clodsire, and now we're going to switch into our Feraligatr immediately. Because we do outpace, so we switch out immediately. They are going to build up a ton of energy now. Potential Earthquake here, so we're going to have to shield. Ends up being the Stone Edge, that's fine. We're going to throw this Hydro Cannon here on good timing. This is going to get the shield, or it's going to get the KO. They decided to let it go, and now we're going to try to just outpace them to their moves. We're going to throw this Hydro Cannon on CAP Tine. Looks like that's exactly what happened. We get them to use some energy here. And now, since we did CAP Tine, we should be able to reach another move, and that's exactly what happened. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Feraligatr, just basically stun locking a lot of the backline Pokemon and throwing on really good timing on our part. Shadow Feraligatr with some energy, just like last season, really brutal and really spammy. All right, here we go. We got the Ferrothorn versus the Shadow Rhydon. Shadow Rhydon is very interesting. They switch out into the Gudra. Not necessarily the best counter to the Ferrothorn, so we're going to stay in for now. Throw the Flash Cannon. Huge neutral damage goes through, gets it into the red. Our opponent here does elect to go for the Aqua Tail. And at this point, we are going to see what they want to do here. They go for another Aqua Tail, that's fine. And we're trying to get the farm down, basically. So we have to invest a shield here. Try to get the farm down. Okay, they don't allow us to get the farm down. They switch back out into the Rhydon. We're going to fire off a Power Whip, grab that shield back, and then go into our Feraligatr. Feraligatr here is going to have to tank a move. Ends up being the Breaking Swipe, and they do get the debuff. So they're going to shield. They're going to use the last shield, and this Rhydon has a good amount of energy right now. It is throwing a lot of fast move pressure towards our Clodsire, so we're going to have to invest a shield here. You do avoid the debuff, and they do switch out, and we're going to switch out and try to get to this Flash Cannon. You do get to the Flash Cannon. Will it KO? Not quite. But we done soon. Bullet Seed does take out the Clefable. They're going to come back in here with the Rhydon, and it looks like they are going to be able to throw a move immediately. Breaking Swipe does get thrown, and it looks like it was a CAP tie, so we're going to throw this Earthquake. It will take out the Rhydon, and now we just got to fast move down the Gudra. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game. Nice Spice Chain by them. I haven't seen a lot of Shadow Rhydons, but Shadow Rhydon learning Breaking Swipe, it can learn Surf, it can learn so many different moves. That could be useful in this meta. Okay, fantastic lead. Ferrothorn versus the Swampert. They switch out into the Zapdos, and we switch into the Feraligatr thinking we can outpace it, but this Zapdos is very spammy. In fact, it is not right. This Zapdos is going to be way more faster to get to his moves, and it's quicker than the Feraligatr. So we're going to have to just sack it here, and then we're going to go into our Clodsire to try to gain a lot of energy advantage. Looks like our opponent here is going to be throwing a lot of moves. We are going to tank that next move, and we're going to have to go for the farm now. So we do have a ton of energy. Looks like the Ferrothorn is going to have to face this Talonflame, which is not great news for us. Maybe we get a shield thinking that it's the Thunder. Okay, we do at least get a shield. Our opponent here has the energy, so we just allow them to throw it, and then we're going to be able to take them out with this Stone Edge. But since that Swampert is still lurking in the front, and the health of this Clodsire is so low, we're not going to be able to beat them. Even this Earthquake here, if it was like 50%, maybe we would have a chance, but you can see right there, Earthquake only does roughly 50 to 60%. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.